Hello and welcome to my Wellness Wednesday workshop. I'm Vicki Whipking and I'm your host tonight. And I'm so glad that you have joined me. I'm really excited to share some of my insights and expertise on health and wellness. I try to make things really easy, really practical, and super simple for you to implement in your life. So let's get started. I hope that you have settled in a little bit. Grab yourself a quick beverage and a piece of paper or something and get ready to work for sure. Most already know who I am, I think, but just in case you don't, my name is Vicki Whipking and I'm a wellness coach. I have been working with women for over 8 years in private practice, and I have been researching and living what I share with you for the past, 15 years or so. I mean, honestly, I have really done the tough work, tested out what I share with my clients, distilled it all down into some really easy to use systems and practices. And I'm super happy to share this with you tonight. Mindset matters. How your thoughts affect your health. And if you haven't caught on to all this mindfulness and the holistic concept that your thoughts create your reality, The Secret, law of attraction, all of that kind of stuff, I'm here to give you really practical introduction to it so that you can understand how your body doesn't just happen on its own. You can let it be on, snooze. You can let it be on autopilot and see what happens with your body and your mind and your spirit. But just like everything else in life, you really get out of it what you put into it. So you need to do the work. And tonight we're going to do a little bit of work around how we think about health and fitness, and how we can use our powerful thoughts for good rather than for self-destructive things, because that's usually where we find ourselves. We so often cultivate and put our attention on and our energy into the negative rather than the positive and the positive and productive. So tonight I am going to help you get through all of that and change some of it and use this power to your advantage. But before we get started, I just want to remind y'all, I know y'all are busy and you got tons of stuff going on, but the greatest gift you can give to yourself and your self-care practices is being present right now with whatever you're doing. So right now we're on this workshop. It's really important to turn that phone off, have it on silent, turn it over so that it's not blinking and flashing at you. Put it away so you can't see it. Take a break, close the door, ask your family maybe to just sit tight for a little while you invest in yourself. Because the best way that you can improve your health is to show up fully. You know how you're talking to someone and they're like checking their phone and texting at the same time they're talking to you or doing something else on their phone. It's kind of like they're not really there. And it doesn't feel great, to be on the receiving end of that. And also the person who's doing it, you think you're holding up a conversation with someone while you're, pushing buttons on your phone. You can't fully give yourself to two things at once. It is a proven fact. So today I ask you to show up for yourself by being present and having an open mind. You really can't access the part of you that's responsible for the deep transformation that I think we're all looking for without being completely present in what you're doing and giving your full attention and your best effort now. That is what is going to create an awesome transformation for you or awesome results in the end. And I actually, on my phone and hopefully on my computer, sometimes something sneaks through, but I actually have all of my notifications turned off except for phone calls and text messages, because those sometimes are a little bit more timely and urgent. And everything else, social, email, Facebook pop-ups, all that kind of stuff. I just turn it all off because you are never going to forget to check your email or your Facebook. I mean, honestly, unless you're very special and have not been in that, realm of training yourself to respond to your phone every time it beeps. So just turn all that off, give yourself a break, and let's be fully present so that you don't miss anything critical. And also, I definitely want you to stay tuned, stick with me until the end, because I'm going to share a really great program that you could get if it's right for you. I have this full disclosure wellness blueprint that is designed to make your life so much more enjoyable and easy. And I want to make sure that you get access to my really awesome deal. So here, most of you know me and see me here in these photos doing my thing. The real reason that I invest in myself, not just because I'm interested in health and wellness and kind of always have been, but it's because I want to show up for my life. I want to do awesome things and not struggle with them. And so my husband and I try to lead a fairly active life, a fairly balanced, active life. We don't really obsess or get off track on any one thing, but we like to enjoy a variety of things. So you see me there in one of my favorite hiking spots. There's a little river behind me there. I don't really remember which one that is, but it's a nice little mountain hiking spot that we have. And there's a picture of me and my hubby skiing, and that is something that is high on my priority list as far as my health and fitness goes. Is I want to be able to be a skier well into my 80s. So I got like 40 more years of skiing ahead of me. And I want to be able to do it effortlessly and not be, all completely worn out by the end of the day. Just because I went skiing, I want to be able to keep up and not have it be this huge effort. You see me with our raft there, rafting on the Yellowstone River. That was this summer. And we do some rafting here and there, and it's really awesome. It's not all that active, but actually if you are rowing the boat, you need some upper body strength. So that's why I dedicate myself to improving, my strength moves and things so that I can row that boat on my own without, having to worry about, can I do this? There's me on a little horse. His name was Utah. That's not my horse. I was on vacation there. But, I want to be able to say yes to things, to all those little side adventures that come up during, life in general, and not go, oh, I don't know if I can do that. I want to be able to enjoy things. And then there's one more picture of me. I got a solo day at Big Sky last January, and it was super fun. Just being able to ski on my own and really, just go at my own pace and enjoy myself. I wore myself out for sure because Big Sky will do that to you. And then there's a photo of me and my hubby. That's a little recent one. We were up in Glacier just hiking around and hanging out at this little cascadey waterfall. And I really love being able to do that. I want, to be able to include fitness and activities and be energized for my life, no matter where I find myself. And I want you to be able to do that too. So let's kind of get into things here just a little bit. What have you done to improve your lifestyle, to get healthier, to maybe have more energy? That was a big one for me. I was like, why am I so tired all the time? I'm not that unhealthy and I'm not that old. Like, why do I always feel so tired and sluggish? Maybe you really have, some sort of issue that kind of holds you back and you need to do some extra things. But in general, I feel like everybody has some sort of need for an improvement in some area of their health and wellness. So think about it. What have you done in the past? All of us have probably tried, maybe an exercise plan. Maybe we go to yoga classes or we go to the gym, or something like that. Sometimes I think we go through phases where you get really into it and do a lot. And then if you're like me, that doesn't last for a whole long time. And then I'm like, I'm kind of bored with that. Maybe I'm not going to go to yoga anymore and I'll go to dance classes instead or whatever. And that's great too, trying out different things. But often we have these really great intentions. And it's like, okay, so I'm gonna adopt a new eating plan, and that's gonna be the thing that really changes everything for me. And I don't know, if you're like a lot of my clients, you might find that maybe you got some results. Maybe you didn't get any results. Maybe you got some results for a while and you went back to your old ways. Really, I mean, in trying these different things that are out there for us, there's tons of health and fitness programs or other kinds of ways to improve ourselves. When you try them, are you really happy with the results? Did you go, oh my gosh, that was the thing that helped me in the way that I needed, and now everything is great? I kind of have a feeling maybe that's not the case for many, many, many women. I hear this all the time in my private practice with women, how I ask them, okay, so how's this going? How's that going? What are you doing with this? Last time you were in, you said you were going to, start weightlifting. What's up with that? And it's like, oh, well, yeah, I went a couple times and then something came up and I got off track and I said, screw it. Hey, everybody, we all do that. And, I'm really glad that you're here today because we're going to take a different approach, something that is completely on the other side of things. And I'm going to show you why and I'm going to show you how. So stay with me and open up your mind, open up your heart, because what I'm going to share with you, it might surprise you as far as how we're going to approach this and the results that you can possibly achieve with this different approach. So if you're maybe not happy with the results, what got in your way? What was the thing that held you back? So I've asked you a couple questions here, and I want you to take that piece of paper and let me know afterwards. I'm going to have you submit a few things because I don't want to get distracted with the chat, and I don't want you to get distracted with the chat yet. But write down what got in the way of you being healthy, of you taking that new program that you were going to, start with and implementing it and getting awesome results. Like, what derailed you? Was it a health issue? Was it a life change, like you moved or something? What is blocking you? I've got some pictures of yummy treats here. Now, these are all over the place, and you basically have to muscle your way around them all day long in order to not get sidetracked by some of these things. I mean, we just kind of are told that, having donuts for breakfast and pizza for dinner is totally normal and desirable. And it might not just be food, but what held you back? So take a second and write down the thing that held you back. So as you're thinking about that, I'm sure you have tried a few things. And if you're here right now tonight, you are so in the right place, because I understand. I definitely understand what you're going through as far as what do I try? What do I do? How do I feel better? How do I get in that, confident place in my life? We all hear about how we need to, do self-care. Well, what the heck is that? How we have to have a great morning routine or a great bedtime routine. But so where do you start with that? There's so much info out there. And we're all honestly, I mean, I know that a lot of you are working, a lot of you are moms, a lot of you are working moms. That's like double executive. So how do you come up with this brilliant plan to get your health in order and to boost your energy levels if you don't know what the heck you're doing? And so we kind of just struggle through our days and hope that maybe tomorrow will be better. Like tomorrow, I'm actually going to get some sleep, or tomorrow, I'm actually going to work out. Yeah, we've all said that one, right? And we find that that really doesn't work. I really want you, this was one of my personal goals, not just like being more active or being a better skier or whatever I said before, but really one of my real goals was to wake up in the morning and be energized, to actually want to do the healthy things that I know I should do. Because, I mean, seriously, do I really have to tell you that you should probably eat healthier and exercise more? I kind of think you know that already, but I really want you to want to do those things. You're never going to do them. You're never going to find the results that you actually want or think you want if you don't want to do this for yourself. If you don't have a really great reason for getting up in the morning and taking awesome care of yourself, I tell you what, you got a lot of great reasons. You just come up with some better ones like, I'm tired, I'm gonna sleep more, or I don't need to go to the gym today. We've all got those excuses, and we're going to kind of work on some of those in a bit here. But if you're feeling like this, then I think you're probably in the right place. If I just kind of describe some of the things, some of the struggles that you kind of go through on a daily basis or semi-daily basis. And one of the things I really hear from my clients is you feel guilty about it. You feel so guilty that you're not doing better with your health and wellness, but you just don't even know where to start. You don't know how to put it together because it's so overwhelming and there's so much info out there. Well, let me tell you, I've been there, and I'm going to share with you what I think is the best place to start so that you actually want to do these things. It's no longer a struggle and it becomes effortless. So let's get into it. Tonight, I am going to show you not only the 4 insidious health and fitness mindset blocks that you're probably experiencing. And you're like, oh, there's only 4. Well, kind of. But I'm also going to show you how to get around them, how to eliminate them, how to blow holes in them. So what are the mindset blocks? First one is denying that there's a problem. We're all just trying to get through the day, like I said. And I make up excuses for why things are happening. So yeah, the dryer shrunk your jeans. Or here's this one's a big one. There's this ideal that I need to achieve, and there's no way that I can reach that ideal. So it kind of feels like, why bother, maybe? How about this one? Thinking that you need to really go extreme. Deprive yourself of everything, basically, and pushing yourself too hard. And then also, this is rampant in our society, especially for women, putting other people's needs above your own and never investing in yourself. We are told, and this is very, very, very toxic. It sounds so right on some level, like, oh yes, this is what I should be doing. We are told that we should take care of everyone else, deal with all of the tasks that need to be done, and then when all that's done, we'll have time for ourselves. And if we take care of everyone, and get their needs met so everyone's content and happy. Yeah, right. When has that ever happened? If we get everybody else's needs met, that's going to make us feel so good. And all of these wonderful things will come back to us because we'll have made everyone else happy. And therefore, they'll give us what we need. Wrong. We know that doesn't work. Maybe no one has really said it like that before, but that's what we're all trying to do. And what we're told as women and as mothers, that you need to take care of everybody else's stuff before you take care of you. It simply does not work. You cannot serve from an empty vessel. So really, you need to invest in yourself so that you can be there for everyone else. You would never think that you could run your car on empty, but that's what you're doing to your body. And so when you're waking up tired, or when you don't have the energy or the mental capacity because you're taking on all of this mental workload of running a business or running a home or both, you're just, there's nothing left over. You have to fill up your own tank. And let me tell you, I have definitely been there. I completely understand that this stuff is hard. Like, I have found in a couple of different times in my life that I've been overweight, like way more overweight than I really thought I was. And I step on a scale after God knows how long, because I really don't believe in stepping on scales all that often. And the number in your head doesn't match the number on your scale. And you're like, what the heck? Something must be wrong with this. Yeah, I totally get it. Sleep deprived. I didn't know how sleep deprived I really was. And I'm talking like 2 decades of sleep deprivation, burning the candle at both ends, just relying on my natural, oomph to try to get through, or just struggling every day until I got over my sleep deprivation and really started waking up, let me tell you, early, like 6 a.m., 5:30 a.m., once I really got to that place where I could open my eyes and be ready to think and eat and move at a really early hour, like, this is revolutionary. I used to think that getting up at 8 a.m. was early. Yeah, no, I was just sleep deprived. I couldn't get up that early. There was no chance. And so if I was sleep deprived, I know you all are sleep deprived too, because you've got kids. Like I said, you're a double executive. There's just no way. And as a result of maybe being sleep deprived, you're probably also carb addicted, because that's what we turn to. Those quick sugars or a little pick me up in the middle of the afternoon when you're feeling that slump. We're definitely carb addicted. And like my little picture there with all the foods, most of those foods are probably carb-based foods. Carb addicted, sugar addicted, kind of the same thing. And alcohol fits nicely into that category of sugar addiction as well. This is lethal stuff. Like, having a sugar addiction is like worse than a cocaine habit. It lights up all of the centers in your brain, not just the happy ones, but like your brain just goes haywire when it gets sugar, and it's everywhere in our society. And I definitely, had to kick my sugar addiction big time. And then most of this spirals into something that's self-destructive. You're staying up late because you have to work, and then you don't want to get up early to work out, and you're tired during the day, so you don't have the energy to, prepare a healthy meal. And so you eat like crap, and then you're tired, and the whole thing just starts into this downward spiral, and you don't really realize it until, you're 6 feet under. So I'm here to really help you out of it. And if I can do it, you can do it. Here's what I have been doing. I've effortlessly lost 20 pounds. There's always still a few more to go, probably more than a few to go, but I'm feeling really great. And over at least just the summer, I've noticed that I've slimmed down and I've gotten more energy. I'm liking things better. Ooh, my little black dress. I should have put a picture up of that. Hello, feeling great. So I also reset my body clock to wake up at 6 a.m. That took, for me, effort. Some of y'all are morning people and I've never understood it. I am now a morning person and I am loving it. If I can do that, that's like, for me, that's like climbing Mount Everest. I'm crushing my fitness goals. I have to up them all the time. So squats for skiing, push-ups for rafting, leg lifts for core strength, and my fatigue in my back is better. Just all of this. Oh yeah, my yoga body. I feel like I'm regaining a lot of maybe what I've lost in a few, not so healthy years. And it's really great for me to be able to understand how you can get your body back. It's awesome. And a healthy meal plan that I actually crave. I'm no longer craving like sugars and lots of mac and cheese or whatever that might be. I'm actually like, feel like we need to have some more kale today. It's awesome. And really upping the fruits and vegetables and not needing a whole lot else. Lots of beans, lots of greens, lots of grains. And it's wonderful. It gives you so much energy and it's so simple. Eating for me now is really simple and I love it. So if I can do all of that, so can you. So let's get into it. How your thoughts affect your health. And if you haven't put it together yet, your thoughts are affecting you in all ways, all shapes and forms, every single minute of the day. Whether you know it or not, whether you realize it or not, whether you want them to or not, your mindset is creating your reality on a physical level, on an emotional level, and on a spiritual level. So in this webinar, here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to get rid of this mindset that keeps you stuck. Like, I'm not good at diets or exercise is hard. Sure, that might be, have some truth or validity to it, but I can help you change that and just wipe it out. I'm going to show you why what you've been doing up to this point, what the world is shoving at you as far as health and fitness, totally backwards. You can't start where everyone else is telling you to start. I'm going to show you how to approach all of that, whatever health and fitness plan you want to use or you've tried before. I'm going to show you a way that you can use to make it work and an easy method to make your health and wellness easy and fun. All right, so resistance. If you are coming up with some of those thoughts that say, yeah, I've tried everything and it doesn't work, or I'm not good enough to actually, become mindful and all of that stuff. I'm not into that kind of thing. Or, yeah, what does this person know? Like, how does she know that all that stuff out there is backwards? Well, all of those thoughts that come up that make you go, ugh, and it's kind of a clenching fist kind of feeling, that is your ego trying to keep you small. And this is cool. Your degree of resistance around anything, so around fitness and health or whatever, your degree of resistance will be proportional to the amount of power awaiting you on the other side of it. There's something happening that's going to allow you to grow and expand once you get past that resistance. And believe me, your soul wants you to grow. Your soul wants you to be healthy. So I really urge you, if resistance comes up, you kind of have to like weather the storm just a little bit. I'm going to be here for you for that. So sit tight and don't get scared. I make this super easy. All right. So the first strategy is you have to observe your thoughts. There's no way to change your thoughts, this mindset that is, overpowering everything, if you don't observe your thoughts and really notice what's going on in your head. I think we have like 60,000 thoughts a day. Most of them are complete bullshit. Most of them are not about the present moment. I would say about 99% of them are not. And most of them are very weak, very, very, very weak. But if we don't stop to observe them, we just sort of take it for granted that all this stuff that's going on in our head is real, is true, and is us. And I'm telling you that you can take a step back from it, watch what's going on, and use it to your advantage. So let's get real here for a second. How body positive are you? So take out that piece of paper, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how body positive are you? When you look in the mirror, what do you say to yourself? Is it positive or is it not? Are you looking in the mirror and going, God, I look good today? Or are you looking in the mirror and finding tons and tons of flaws? Now, if you're like me, you go through phases where I look in the mirror and some days I'm like, I look great. And other days I'm like, is that what I really look like? Oh my God. And there's a disconnect between what's going on in my head and what is real. And sometimes it's positive. Sometimes I think I look really great and I'm actually probably 20 pounds overweight. And sometimes I think that I don't look so great when maybe that's not the case. Maybe I'm seeing myself in a negative light. The bottom line here, and this is another thing we've been trained, is that we're supposed to look negatively at our bodies. Every commercial for everything says how you do not measure up. Remember that thing that I said one of the blocks was how you have this ideal about what you're supposed to look like and it doesn't match up? First thing you have to do is be kind to yourself, no matter where you are with this number. However you are perceiving yourself right now, that's okay. It's where you're starting. And I'm going to show you how to move that number in a better direction. And even if you're, at an 8 or something, that's fantastic because there's still so much more that you can do. All right. So if any of these things sound familiar, it should be like a big green light going off. Ding, 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 ding. If you're using words like, I hate my body part, or if you are only seeing what's wrong about yourself and getting down on yourself all the time, if you're not sure how your body can really be healthy, if you're telling yourself, oh, well, I'm always, under the weather, or I don't have the capacity to become a healthy person or fit or lose weight or whatever your goal is, if you don't think you deserve it, or if you're telling yourself it's too hard, like going to the gym, I hate it. Actually, going to the gym might be fun. You might come out of there feeling really good. But our ego tells us, no, 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 no. You don't deserve it. You don't have the confidence. You don't have the ability. That stuff you should do, it's all crap. Or you have to be perfect, or no one, or you're not good enough at all. If any of this is true for you, you are in the total right place. And I can hardly think of anyone that I've ever known, any woman I've ever known in my whole life, who doesn't have one or more of these things going on in a big, big way. So that's great. Every time we challenge some of these beliefs, you're going to create a higher awareness about it, and you're going to get better at moving away from these statements every time. And so I'm going to give you some of the tools to fix this. But first, let's really admit to ourselves, the ideal body does not exist. It's just an extreme idea that was created by the fashion industry or the beauty products industry or the workout industry or whatever, the magazine industry, to sell you stuff. You're awesome just as you are. Every woman who has come into my office over the 8 years that I have been working with women, every single one of you is fantastic in your own way. Sure, you got stuff to work on. Everybody does. That's great. Keep improving yourself, but you're awesome the way you are. And getting healthier, having more energy, getting your wellness together, it's not just about working out and eating. You know, we always just focus on like diet and exercise. Sure, that's part of it, but that's not the only thing. So many of us think that if we get one diet, the right diet, then that's going to fix all these other things for us. And I'm sorry, it's just not true. So we need to do, this is this revolutionary thing I'm talking about, change your relationship to your health and fitness. And here it is, this graphic right here. Take a screenshot, write it down. Here is where all the health and fitness stuff out there gets it wrong. All the health and fitness stuff points you to the action piece and skips the steps above. So let me explain. Our thoughts, our mindset, the things that just go through your head all day long, and we just sort of hear this rolling commentary all day long. Those thoughts, which like I said before, 99% of them are probably not accurate and are very powerless in the thought form stage. They just can go poof. You can lose the thought. You go, what was I thinking again? Oh, I forgot. They don't have much power as thoughts, whatever is running through your head. And they're actually just sort of arising out of your conditioning rather than you actually formulating them and putting effort and energy into them. But we buy into them. If you believe those thoughts that are uninvestigated, you're going to have an emotion about them. So if it's something like exercise is hard, then you're going to attach a negative emotion to it. Oh, I have to go to the gym today. It's going to suck. It's just going to be grueling. I don't have time for this. And this frustration or anger or resistance comes up, gets a little stronger. And then you formulate enough of that, you will formulate a belief. Going to the gym sucks. Exercise is hard. I can't lose weight with exercise. It doesn't work for me. That's got a little oomph behind it. And your ego will come up with all kinds of reasons to tell you why that belief is absolutely true. Without you even trying. There'll be one example after another where you'll be like, see? And then that belief will dictate your actions. So if your belief is going to the gym is too hard, you're not going to go. Or you're going to be, under-energized when you're there and kind of goof off and slack off. And our actions become our results in our life. And so if we're being sloppy at the gym or not going, then those are the results that you're going to get. Thoughts become emotions, become beliefs, become actions, become results. I guarantee you almost every diet and fitness plan or whatever kind of self-improvement plan that is out there is wanting you to jump in with the action. Do this. Eliminate that. Get started. Go for it. Just do it. That's great. But how long can you sustain that? We've already kind of said, yeah, I've tried a few things, but it doesn't quite work. It's because you skipped 3 steps. So tonight, this is the revolutionary thing. We are going to start with the thoughts. So observing your thoughts. How do we do this? Write down all of your thoughts about health and fitness. So this is a little homework for you. Write down all of your thoughts about health and fitness. So I want you to, sometime in the future, tomorrow or the next day, set aside 5 minutes and just write down about getting healthy, about having more energy, about improving your diet or your exercise or your sleep. Just write down your thoughts about it. Negative, positive, don't censor yourself, and just go for it. So that's one assignment there. Let me tell you about strategy 2. Once you write down those thoughts, the next step is to change your mindset. So most of us have fixed mindsets. That belief says, oh, going to the gym is too hard. Okay, yep, it is. But if you investigate your beliefs and really question them, is going to the gym that hard? Is exercising that hard? I eliminated it by saying, I'm not going to the gym. I'm exercising right here on my living room floor. All I got to do is put the yoga mat out, sometimes not even that, and move my body or do 5 push-ups. And that changes that belief. So stuff like, I can't lose weight. This is just who I am. This doesn't work for me. I'm too busy. I'm too stressed. How could I possibly fit this in? I got to do it big or go home. I've got to commit to 5 days a week at the gym or at hot yoga, or I've got to, completely revamp my eating plan and go vegan. That's some big stuff. And it's not going to work for you for long. So really what we need to do is question those thoughts when they come up. And the way to recognize the thoughts are that they're going to have some kind of negativity. That emotion part is going to be negative or stressful or talk you out of it in some way. That's how you know it's like a big red light. There's a thought that I need to challenge. Exercise is hard. No, actually, it's really easy for me to do squats, leg lifts, and push-ups. It takes like 10 minutes. Seriously, to do all of that stuff, it takes me like 10 minutes. No gym equipment, no nothing. I can do it anytime, anywhere. Oh, going to the gym is hard? Exercise is hard? Poke some holes in that. There's always a possibility for change. Nothing is set in stone, really. You just need to convince yourself that you're capable or that you deserve it. So how do we do that? We adopt a growth mindset. Find those reasons that proves that what you're telling yourself is a little bit of bullshit. You're buying into the blanket statement and not actually saying, actually today, it's not hard for me to improve my health. I can do a little something. And that's where things begin to change. When you get those fixed mindsets, you weaken them a little bit, you poke some holes in them, you dismantle them and question them and see how they're really just a whole lot of crap. And then we're going to do some more with that. So turning those thoughts. Yes, losing weight can be hard, or working out can be hard. I just need to do something different. I need to make it a priority. I need to give myself a reason why. I don't have to go big or go home. I don't have to be extreme. With those, I was describing to you my squats and my leg lifts and my push-ups. On the hard days when I was just starting to really, kind of get that as a daily routine for myself, I would give myself permission to just do 5. And that would be enough if I wanted to stop right there. Small changes over a period of time. And now I'm doing like 3 sets of 15 for push-ups. Small changes over a period of time. I have never felt like I have been struggling or pushing myself too hard to work out. I've never felt like I've been depriving myself of food or anything else like that. Prove to yourself that these growth mindset or positive statements, the things that we've just taken that negative thing and turned it inside out. Find examples and ways that that can be more true than the fixed mindset statement. It's huge. It will change everything for you. So there it is again. Thoughts become emotions, beliefs, actions, and results. So this idea that our thoughts create our reality, it sounds kind of woo-woo. And for most of you who know me, I'm a little bit woo-woo. Well, I love magic, but I've never found it to be anything real. Our thoughts create a reality. That's not magic. It's logical. Going through that chain right there, it's logical. So let me give you an example. There was this study conducted where a researcher, she took 2 groups of women, and both groups, these women, they were housekeepers at like a hotel or something. And their job was cleaning hotel rooms. And she said to one group, she split them into 2 groups. And she said to one group, their daily amount of exercise and cleaning, just their job, was actually meeting their daily requirement in exercise. So this first group thought that by just doing their jobs, they were getting as much exercise as they needed in a day. And the second group, she told them nothing. She just observed them. And each group did their usual workload. And the group that was told that they were meeting their daily workout requirements actually lost weight during this 8-week study. Everything, their body mass index, their cholesterol, their weight, all of those numbers improved. And the other group, can you guess? Didn't lose any weight. I have also a feeling that not only was the mindset of that first group a little bit different, but when they got done with work, feeling accomplished because they thought that they did their exercise for the day, they probably worked a little harder because they knew that they were kind of working out. I do this when I clean too. I kind of like, pay attention to my body as I'm working out and use it as, strength or stretching or whatever. They probably made better food choices at the end of their workday or during their workday. And then it started snowballing for them. And they went to bed earlier and da-da-da-da-da-da. And the other group, nothing happened. Mindset was the only difference. Absolutely. So it comes down to believing that you can't do something ensures that you can't. So I want you to really listen to the words that come out of your head and know that you have the power to change them. Notice when you look at other people and are like, well, I could never, do it like her, or she must not have kids, or who does she think she is in that new yoga outfit? If you judge other people for what they have, whether it's health or money or what, your subconscious will never let you achieve it. So notice those things, replace them with something more positive. I'm going to talk about a little bit more about that in a minute. And just because someone else is doing better in your comparison, that doesn't mean you're not doing great where you are. Me and my 5 little leg lifts, that's great. Yesterday I didn't do any. Today I did 5. Yay. You got to celebrate those small little victories so that you can build on them. So here's homework assignment number 2. When you go through the replay and you sit down to do your homework, look for examples that prove your limiting beliefs wrong. Eating healthy is difficult. No, it's not. I love eating a salad. It's wonderful. It's easy. It takes me just a minute to prep up like 5 salads. Look for examples that prove your limiting beliefs wrong and hang on to those examples. Use them, swap them out. Every time that negative something comes up, that's your signal to stop that thought and change it into something positive. All right. And that leads us into strategy number 3, where you're actually going to train your brain. This is training on a different level. You got to start on those thoughts before you can start on the mind before you can start on the body. The mind happens and then the body follows. Let me ask you this. What did you learn about health and fitness growing up? Just think about it for a second. Was it the fact that health and fitness is a frivolous thing that you don't have time for? Or that it was really hard? You just struggle at it, be extreme, or it just, isn't something that, you have other priorities, like taking care of a family or meeting other people's needs, or that it's expensive, or that you shouldn't want to be healthy or beautiful. That's not what nice girls do. Think about that. What did you learn growing up? Because I'll tell you what, it's probably affecting you right now. Things like you have to spend a lot of money, or you have to be a complete athlete, or you don't have enough time. I love this one. When you're older, you just lose your strength and agility. I'm going to prove that one wrong. Yeah, that's not going to be my experience. I'm going to be that 80-year-old skier. Definitely. And for some of you, that may sound extreme, but I tell you what, you got to be 80 years old at my local ski area before you get to ski for free. So that's a great goal. And think about how great of a skier I'm going to be when I'm 80. Yeah, 40 more years of practice. It's going to be fantastic. I'm not coordinated enough to work out, or I'm not disciplined enough to diet. Yeah, that can be a powerful statement. But I believe truly that someone showed you that that was the way, or that that was how it is. And it doesn't have to be. So what do we do to train our brain? You stimulate the feel-good hormones in your brain and actually train yourself to like the healthy activities. So in your brain, you have feel-good chemicals, hormones, and you have wiring in your brain that when certain things fire together, like you have a good experience and feel good hormones that go with it, things that fire together, wire together. And you'll be more likely to want to repeat that process, especially if it's positive. So these feel good hormones, we hear about these all the time, and we're always trying to increase them. And drug companies want to sell you, things that will help alter the chemistry in your brain, which personally, I'm a little reluctant to do. Sometimes it's very necessary to have some medical intervention if you have a serious illness or something. But actually, there are many ways that you can get these things going in a natural, healthy way. And the more times you get these going with your health and fitness, the more you're going to want to do them. So what do? You start small. So like I said, no, that's all is. All right. I don't want you to be overwhelmed by working out and thinking that you have to go all or nothing. Just do a little bit. I would tell myself, if I just get on my yoga mat today and stretch, I don't even have to do yoga, just flop around and stretch a little and drink my tea. That's enough. Do what feels comfortable for your body, and you can always add more into the mix when you're ready. So you're going to be way more inclined to commit to a health and fitness program if it's something that's not forced, but actually feels good after. So if you start small and you have that small little victory and you fire those good feeling hormones, you're going to kind of be willing to do it again. The next one, recruit a buddy. The buddy system, even if you just tell someone what you're doing and check in with them, like me, you can definitely tell me what's up with your health and fitness, and I will keep you accountable. I'm here for you. And people who do healthy activities with friends or in a team or in a group are more likely to stay motivated, devoted, and focused on that routine. So if a buddy's going to show up with you at, an exercise thing, you're more than likely going to show up and actually have fun doing it, because that social thing, that's going to fire off the dopamine or the oxytocin. Yeah, the oxytocin for sure. Stay energized with a buddy. It's fantastic. And you're killing two birds with one stone. You're getting your social time in, your me time, you're building relationships. It's gonna feel good, I hope. And the next thing that you can do, reward yourself. And that's what these positive hormones are really, all about. They are your reward centers. When you do something good, they fire and you feel good and you want to do it again. So reward yourself with a positive treat. So for me, like before I go to dance class, I really love like vitamin waters. It's my guilty pleasure. It used to be sweetened peach tea in the next refrigerator door down at the gas station, but now it's like the big vitamin waters are what I crave. I've kind of kicked my sugar addiction a little bit. I get one of those and I go to my hour-long dance class, and to me, that really feels great. I love having my vitamin water at my dance class. That's when I give myself that as a treat. And you're like, vitamin water, what the heck kind of treat is that? Maybe after you're done with having a healthy meal, you reward yourself with a piece of dark chocolate and really enjoy it and savor it. It's just like training a dog. Positive treat will get you there every time. So here is your next little homework piece. Replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Retrain your brain and implement those 3 little practices there, and you're going to change everything. So really, if you can get this mindset piece down, you're going to want to do healthy things. I promise you, it's worked for me. There's tons of scientific research out there on it. Believe me, I have looked it up and read it, and I'm so happy that this is the truth. If you go in and you try to get a really difficult program and really try to, amp it up, and you stick with it for 3 weeks or 3 months or something, eventually you're going to run out of willpower. If you get your mindset right, these things will be effortless. And that's what I wanted for myself. I wanted to create, using all of my tools and all of my knowledge and all of my experience with working with clients in health and wellness, I wanted to distill all of that down into some really easy things I could insert into my daily schedule so that I was taking care of myself effortlessly. And I was reaping rewards like feeling more energized or being more productive. Heck yeah. And it's effortless. Being healthy and living a great lifestyle, I think, should be effortless. So let's think about this. Who do you know that has the healthy lifestyle you want? Is it like, your yoga teacher, or is it like Jillian Michaels or something? Who do you know of? It doesn't have to be somebody that you personally know that has the healthy lifestyle you want. Is it possible to have this effortless kind of lifestyle I'm talking about? If you can think of someone, that's awesome, because that means it's possible. And that means that you can do it. And believe me, if I can do it, if I can put these seemingly disparate parts of my health and fitness together in an easy way that I am sticking to, it doesn't even feel like I'm sticking to anything. It just feels like I'm living my life. If I can do it, if that person that you're thinking of can do it, that means the possibility is there for you too. And that's awesome news. So I know that you showed up because you really want to make a huge change. You don't want to do stuff that's wasting your time or your money. You don't want to do stuff that you're not going to stick to, that's too hard for you. You really want this to kind of be served up for you. Tell me what to do. Tell me how to think about it. Make it simple. Make it easy. So I want that for you too. I mean, seriously, that is why I have taken the time to put together all of this information and share it, because I knew that I had all this great info. I was into it, for the last 15 years. I've been studying and trying and failing and doing it again and sharing info with my clients. I really want you to enjoy living a healthy lifestyle and really feel like you have accomplished something. That doesn't mean, again, we're not going to be perfect, but we're going to feel really awesome. So you can do it one of two ways. You can do it the hard way, which is the up until recently, or you can do it the easy way, because since I have been doing it the hard way, I'm going to serve it up to you the easy way. So you don't have to go and try everything. You don't have to go and do all the research that I've done over like the last decade or so. You don't have to read all of the books on health and fitness and wellness and holistic practices and things. You don't have to go to tons of workshops and things to figure this out and go on retreats and get a trainer. I'm going to show you a really easy way because I've done it. And if I can put this together in a way that's easy and effortless, it's worked for me. It's worked for dozens of my students. I know you can too. So, are you ready to do this in less time than you expect it to take? Are you ready to have it feel easy, like maybe just reading a blueprint or a handbook for your body, mind, and spirit? Because honestly, like, who tells you this stuff? This is what I have distilled all of this information down into, the Mind Body Blueprint. So we take these principles of mindset affecting our health and fitness. That is module 1. I'm going to show you a little peek inside here of what I have come up with for my Mind Body Blueprint. And I have delivered it to you in a super easy way. If you're on Facebook, you can get this. You can have it at your fingertips 24/7, and you can have direct access to me on that Facebook group. This is a full heart and soul approach. It goes from mindset to gratitude to diet and exercise, stress relief, scheduling, all of it. And I've done it in 6 easy modules that are all completely online. And we go through each portion of this holistic blueprint that really, challenges and supports and helps you create this ideal, effortless lifestyle. Absolutely. So you're going to get this 6-step plan, which contains all of these little routines so that you can revamp your health and fitness and make it work for you. This isn't a blueprint that's one size fits all. This is something that you can customize, and I help you do that along the way. It's a feel-good, healthy lifestyle system. Really, I don't want you to be stuck in old beliefs. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I don't want you to be discouraged. It's super gentle, and I give you all of these practical ways to approach, not just, give you like diet and exercise tips. Those are all over the place. I do give you some, but we come at it in a very different way, in a mind, body, holistic way. We use the law of attraction. We use body types, and the body clock, which comes from an ancient Ayurvedic model. I help you create this approach so you can be in control and you can feel like every day you're doing the best you can for your health and fitness. I've got bonus modules, the question and answer. You can just type me questions in on this private 100% online Facebook group and you're in. Once you're in, you're in. And I keep working with you and we keep going through all of this information and sharing things. It's super fun. So in all of this, I mean, I really believe in over-delivering for sure. So I definitely give you tons to work with, but I also give you ample opportunities to ask for help, ask questions. We do a weekly live call. I'm focusing on one of the modules. So as I'm going through some of the modules here, can kind of see what we might be discussing. I help you to track what you're doing. So like I said, you have to observe your thoughts. You also have to observe what you're doing. And I also help you to move those numbers that you're tracking. So if you're tracking hours of sleep or if you're tracking water intake or whatever, I help you move them into a positive spot for yourself, a little bit of improvement every day. And honestly, I really help you to not just get your diet and exercise together, but to really show you how this is part of a bigger plan for health and wellness. This is actually the foundation for how you become a kick-ass executive at your job, how you become the best mom that you can be, how you have tons of energy and emotional capacity to share things with your partner and show up for your life, basically. It's not just about fitness or whatever. It's a complete system that will really spill over into every area of your life and really get you more productive and more healthy than ever. Plus, here's some of my bonuses. I have a bonus for each module, my best tips on how to take it up a level. So that's all included there in our Facebook group. And if you do this within the allotted time for this offer, I am going to give you, oh, I love this, my How to Become a Morning Person. It's a 3-step plan of showing you exactly what I did to become a morning person. And then I'm going to offer you my next step in that realm is to sleep yourself skinny. Once you figure out your sleep routine, how do you use that to actually lose weight while you sleep? Yeah, sleep is absolutely, I believe, one of the cornerstones of being able to be a productive human, a happy human, a healthy human. If we're not getting sleep, nothing else is really going to work. So I've really isolated and given you step by step the best things. So these are just going to come free with what I'm offering you here tonight. So I did promise it's fun and easy, and it's something that can help you long term. So what's the investment for the Mind Body Blueprint online course, private Facebook group, the bonuses, everything? What I've just described to you is worth $662. Now that is the price I put on it. Honestly, I love to give things as a deal. So I really think that it's worth more like $1,000. But as I add up my numbers, it's about $662 of my normal retail of what I sell those programs and those booklets for. Your investment tonight, you can have all of it, one payment right now, instant access, or 2 payments, one this month, one next month, of $119, 2 payments. That's it. That's how badly I want you to have this info. And I'm making this offer to all of you who are on this call tonight and who watch the replay. I honestly think you're going to love it. And if you are not happy with what I am delivering to you, if you don't think it's going to work, within 7 days, I give you that $197 back. Totally. No questions asked. I won't be offended. You can still keep coming to all my free webinars and keep being on my list and email me anytime. You're on my list for a reason. It's because I call you my VIP list. That's why you got this invite to this webinar. So I want to share this info with you. So whether or not you get this online course and join this with me tonight, I have no preference. If what I've been sharing with you tonight sounds like something that you're really, think that could really revolutionize how you approach your health and fitness, absolutely. Like, there's so much more. This is just the teeny tiniest tip of the iceberg. So here it is, the full Mind Body Blueprint. It retails for $397, and I believe that that's a steal. It really should be more like $600 for all of that. My quick and easy pro tips, you get 6 of them. That's at least $100 right there. I mean, if I were to sell those as their own product, for sure. I definitely sell that How to Become a Morning Person for $49, and I think it's worth every penny, if not more. The Sleep Yourself Skinny, now that is like a workshop in itself, $97. So a total of $662. I am offering that to you tonight for that investment. That right there gets you everything. And believe me, like I said, I believe in over delivering. So I'm going to give you the offer right now. Get started. Here it is. What am I giving you? 24 hours from now, I only have 10 spots available that I'm, because I don't want to be overwhelmed with so many new people coming in that I can't give you the attention that you need. So there's that one payment of $197. And I also want to give you the next one. Hold on, let me click around here so that you can get that second offer. And I'm also going to follow up with links to these offers in the next one. It doesn't allowing me. I've got 2 offers for you. Sorry, folks. Let me click. Here's the other 2 payments of $119. So hopefully you're seeing those offers come up. 24 hours. Let's get you started. If you want to know more about it, you can go to vickywhipking.com/mind-body-blueprint-online-course. And there's more right there. And the payment options are right there for you as well. Do this within 24 hours. I'm going to give you those fast acting bonuses. And I'll be here for you. I'll be here to support you in all of this. And I really want you to make this something more than just a one night thing. I really want you to feel this, like live it, like get the most out of it. So that's where I'm at with this. I would love it if you do those homework assignments and just email them into me. You don't have to buy the online course or anything. Just email me your homework assignments. Let me give you some feedback. I'm here for you anytime. So you can find me, most of you who are on this list here that I'm sharing this offer with, you are friends with me on Facebook or friends with me in real life, or you're a client of mine, or you follow me on my holistic wellness page. Whatever you're doing to connect with me, I'm here for you. I want to hear how I can help you. And if you're ready for this, serious, go for it. And I'm going to be there for you 100% of the way to hold your hand, to walk you through, and to give you the best advice that I can. So thank you so much for sharing tonight with me. I've really enjoyed giving, different ways of approaching your health and fitness. And I really want you to get the most out of it. Stay tuned for another weekly webinar next week, Wednesday. We're going to do Self-Care 101. You'll get an info invite about that through your email. And any other time, just give me a ring, give me a call, give me a shout out somehow. I'm here for you. Until then, that's me, Vicki Whip King, and I really, really wish you the best. I want you to be well and take care of yourselves. And until next time, have a great one. Thanks for joining me.